Tonight, we stand at the cusp of a pivotal moment. We remember why we fight. We fight for freedom. Our insurgency is not just an act of rebellion. Let us not forget the sacrifices that have brought us to this moment. To those who have fallen before us, we are not merely soldiers. We are architects of change. Our actions tonight will echo through the annals of time. Tonight, we will make history. Tonight, we will change the course of our destiny. Go forth, soldiers. Onward, glory.
And now, Bill Stone Productions, in conjunction with Mana Studios, presents Insurgence.
We welcome you live to Insurgence.
I'm excited for tonight's show as we can finally see Shawn Edwards reclaim his rightful EAW Championship.
So let's get ready for our first match, and we hope you'll tune in for the rest of the exciting action we have here for you tonight.
The following is a tag team tables match and is for the EAW Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 522 pounds, Azure Fantasia.
Get ready for the excitement here tonight as Azure Fantasia squares off against the most dominant tag team here in AAW. Can they defeat Daniel and Henry and capture their very first tag team titles, or will they succumb to the might of the greatest tag team here tonight?
I have my money solely on them losing this match to Daniel and Henry.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 607 pounds, they are the EAW Tag Team Champions, Daniel and Henry.
And here come the longest reigning tag team champions in EAW. Will they dominate their opponents here tonight? Or will they fall and finally lose their tag team championships?
I can all but guarantee that they will beat Azure Fantasia and once again continue their dominance as the longest reigning tag teams in this company.
And we begin the first match of our pay-per-view as Daniel and Henry take on Azure Fantasia for the EAW Tag Team Championships.
This is going to be an interesting matchup indeed, as Daniel and Henry are the dominant tag team for people to look out here in EAW. They have overcome every tag team competition that has stepped into the ring with them, and they have always come out on top. I'm sure Azure Fantasia may put up a fight, but at the end of the day, they're just gonna come and fall to the might of the tower that is Daniel and the pure pedigree powerhouse of Henry.
But the action is already ramping up as Azure Wolf took down Henry with that devastating sidewalk suplex And El Dragon takes down Daniel with a super kick. They could be looking to ramp up over here. Henry thrown over the corner. He should be careful, because if he falls onto the table and it breaks, this match is over and we will have new tag team champions.
Oh my god, did Henry fall? Oh no, he just barely missed a table, thank goodness. If he fell onto the table, it would have been over.
It may have been over. Remember, the tables are not set up. They're just placed there. Although it is a tables match, it's the first person put through a table. So even if the legs weren't open, if he managed to make a crack where the table breaks, it's over.
Azure Wolf took down Daniel. Henry's working on the knee of El Dragon, and looks like Daniel's gonna start trying to take control over the Wolf. Drops him with that devastating power slam.
And Henry takes down El Dragon with a knee of his own.
These men are putting their bodies on the line on the outside, knowing full well that this is a tables match. They have at any moment an opportunity to just put someone through that table. But I think they're just going to go through hell.
Wolf is setting up the table in the corner. Henry is down. And it looks like El Dragon's going to go after Daniel. Drops him with that bridging suplex, but since there's no pinfalls, he immediately lets go of the pin attempt.
That was a costly mistake as Daniel retook control over El Dragon. He looks to set up a table, throws it in the ring, and El Dragon was gonna set up the table, but he gets stopped by Daniel's rocking arm. Wolf tried to take on Daniel, but also gets stopped.
El Dragon took the offensive there, taking Henry. Although now it looks like everything's shifting as Wolf takes down Henry. But Daniel with a DDT takes down El Dragon.
Henry rolls to the outside. The tables are still in play because there's tables everywhere. There's a table in the corner. The one table that was set up is down again. Daniel may be looking to set it up. Now the table's leaning on the rope. Oh, Daniel almost went through the table. El Dragon with a Pele kick to Daniel.
This is a wild match indeed, as that table is just seemingly not involved. Another kick to Daniel's head. Henry looking to grab the table. Not sure why nobody's using the table that's in the corner. It's perfectly set up. All someone has to do is get put through it. El Dragon and Wolf have the tables. They could just do the damage that they want.
Daniel looks like he's sending El Dragon to the outside as Wolf is continuing the damage on Henry. Henry rolls out. And a back body slam onto the apron, onto El Dragon. Daniel working on the knee of El Dragon, while Henry is getting brutalized with that kendo stick on the outside.
Wolf gets back inside. Wolf looks like he's going to be trying to set up another table, but just lets go of that table as Henry interrupts him. Although that doesn't stop Wolf, as a spinning suplex takes down Henry. Daniel goes inside. Looks like he's going to want to grab the table. Wolf climbs up to the top for a rolling 450 splash, but misses.
Wolf tried again to capitalize on Henry, but misses again, although that doesn't stop Wolf. And Henry drops him with a clothesline. Daniel getting his leg worked over on the rope. But could that be enough to stop the tower? I don't think so. Henry was going to set up the table, but I think he decided against it as he knew his partner would probably been put through it. Henry lifts him up.
He connects with that double underhook Kyle driver. This could be Wolf's opportunity though. And El Dragon rolled to the outside.
Wolf looking to set up the table. I think this could be the end though. Daniel, do something, hurry! It's a powerbomb to El Dragon, but if Henry gets put through the table, you lose the championships.
Henry managed to stop whatever Wolf was doing. And that spine buster puts Wolf through the table.
Thank goodness for Henry's quick thinking.
here are your winners, and still the EAW Tag Team Champions, Daniel and Henry.
After putting him away with Spinebuster through the table, Daniel and Henry once again retain their tag team championships.
Is there anyone here at EAW that can stop this dominant tag team?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 150 pounds, Rose.
Here comes one of the most terrifying women here in EAW, who for the past several weeks has been attacking her opponent's sister and her tag team partner. We all wanted to know why, and we were finally given an answer. But what is this mysterious incident that occurred between Purple Moonlight and Rose that has led Rose to try to force her to come out of retirement?
Whatever it was, it must have been serious. But I, for one, am glad that she kept attacking that overly bubbly and over happy Green Sunshine to really put her in her place.
And her opponent from Oita, Japan, weighing in at 105 pounds, Purple Moonlight.
Coming out of retirement for this one match. And for those of you that are not aware, Purple Moonlight is a distinguished champion here in the EAW. She is a former Rose of Wrestling herself, having held the title for many, many occasions and many, many months.
But the question still stands here, Alexis. Is she 100%? Remember, she was forced to retire due to a neck injury. And now here she is, getting ready to step inside the ring against somebody who holds a grudge against her. Is she 100%? How will that neck hold against her? We don't know. And all the rust that she's gonna have from wrestling inside a ring. These all are factors that she has to have taken into accommodation for. If anything, it looks like I'm gonna have to go ahead and foreshadow here that Rose is gonna be the one to win this match. She may be a distinguished champion, but she should have thought about her own health and safety first. She should have let her sister compete in this match.
With the bell rings, our match begins as Purple Moonlight comes out of retirement for the first time in over 3 years to take on Rose after the constant attacks on her sister and her tag team partner Valentine.
I think it's not a good idea for her to have come out of retirement, especially with that well-known neck injury of hers. She's putting herself more at risk competing, knowing if she's medically cleared to even compete in this match.
It is risky indeed because with no medical confirmation of her neck being okay, she could agitate that neck injury even worse. It could put her at a position where she may be unable to wrestle, she may be unable to walk. If anything, she might even be wheelchair bound, which is extremely dangerous in this kind of sport.
But it doesn't look like she's letting any of that hold her back, as she's taking down Rose and is providing the offensive maneuvering that she's capable of. After connecting with that devastating leg drop,
Rose manages to get back up. She now takes on the offensive over Purple Moonlight. Try dragging her onto the rope.
but showing how smart she was, she manages to get out of it. Although that doesn't stop Rose from once again Irish whipping her and dropping her with that drop kick.
Purple Moonlight offers a springboard, misses with that drop kick. Rose just stands there, and it looks like now she's gonna make her pay for that attempted drop kick.
A devastating kick to the face, and now she goes for the pin attempt here. 1, 2, gets a kick out at 2.
Now Rose goes to the outside. I think she's getting a weapon from under the ring. She proceeds to pull out a kendo stick and hits Purple Moonlight in the head. That is very devastating. Again, it could affect that neck injury of hers.
Purple Moonlight manages to reverse all that, and now she's dishing out her own punishment. Drops Rose with a snapmare, follows it up by a kick to her back. What is she looking to do here now? As she drops the knee onto Rose's head.
And she applies the sleeper hold onto Rose. Could she tap out here as anything goes in this match? But a jawbreaker lets go of the hold. Rose takes control again. Follows it up with 2 elbows and a body slam to the outside. Purple Moonlight targeting that back of hers. But it looks like she's going to be taking control. Knees to the face and hits her with a devastating side kick. Takes her down. We all know Rose is a very powerful woman. Very devastating. Can do so much damage. This should be her opportunity.
I think she should just capitalize on this right now. Start dishing out some more damage and go for a pin attempt or a submission. She broke the kendo stick. That's what she should be doing. Going for a pin attempt. And drops her with that cradle DDT. Goes for another pin attempt here. 1, 2, another kick out at 2 by Rose.
Purple Moonlight not giving up on the offensive, which is a smart strategy, as now he's working on the arm of Rose. Attempted to reversal that, only to get kicked by Purple Moonlight.
Purple Moonlight showing why she's a veteran, stopping Rose and connects with that leg drop once again, just like a veteran would. She goes straight for another pin attempt.
But she only got a 2 count from that. She throws Rose back into the ring. She's gonna follow it up. She climbs up to the top rope. Is she looking for a diving maneuver here? Or is she just gonna wait for Rose to get up? Now she chooses to come down a set.
I don't know what she was thinking there, but it looks like she decided to attack Rose on the floor. It looked like Rose was gonna counter it. No, it looks like she still does. Purple Moonlight looks like she's a little wobbly here. Rose setting up with an F5. She connects with that F5. Goes for her own pin attempt here. 1, 2. Purple Moonlight manages to kick out right at 2.
Rose letting that frustration get the best of her here. But she's going back on the offensive. Oh, a reverse body slam takes down Purple Moonlight. Another pin attempt here.
And only gets a 2 count as Purple Moonlight manages to kick out just in the nick of time.
Can she finish this off? But nope, Purple Moonlight reverses her. I don't know what Purple Moonlight is waiting for, as now Rose gets the advantage. An Irish whip onto the rope, under. And instead, they just tackled into each other, but Moonlight gets taken down by a kick right to the face by Rose. And now Rose proceeds to work on the arm and a leg drop of her own to Purple Moonlight.
Purple Moonlight trying to take a breather. Rose is not going to stop her. I think she's going to drop kicks her to the outside. This could be very dangerous for Purple Moonlight. Now Rose goes for her own pin attempt here. The ref is trying to catch up. 1, 2, a kick out at 2 by Purple Moonlight.
She was crazy if she thought that was going to be the only way to win this match. Didn't take nearly enough damage for an easy win attempt there. Purple Moonlight counters. I don't know what she was trying to do there. I think she's a little wobbly. Gets taken down by a hair pull. Gets picked up and thrown right into the barricade. Rose again continues the offense, but Purple Moonlight is not keeping up. Now she throws Rose into the barricade. And Rose decides to counter it this time.
These ladies are going back and forth on this. Oh, looks like Rose might have the upper hand here. Is she going to go for another F5? And she connects with that F5.
This could be the end here. She gets the 3. We have to give credit to Rose indeed for winning this match, getting some measure of revenge as what is she planning on doing? Hold on. Why does she have that steel chair in her hand? Somebody get the ref. Wait, is that's Roxanne.
What does she think she's doing out here trying to stop Rose? She's lucky that Rose ran out of the ring after she got the chair taken away from her. And besides, I doubt she needed the chair to begin with. I'm pretty sure she would have just beaten her out.
Be that as it may, at least someone was here to put a stop to it before Purple Moonlight suffered any more serious injuries.
The following is a steel cage match and is for the EAW Television Championship.
Here comes a man who has only one goal on his mind: to reclaim his television championship. Should he fail, he will fall to the back of the line and have to claw and scratch his way back to another title shot against Marcus Mayhem.
Although if he loses, Marcus will continue to prove that he has Manuel's number. And that will beg the question, who will be next in line to challenge Marcus for the television championship?
You have a good point there, Ren. If he beats Manuel here tonight, who's going to be next in line? We have plenty of good competitors for that television championship. Maybe it could be his old rival, Taylor Adams. Maybe it could be another up-and-coming star like Ricky Dallas. Even Sergio. Who knows? But if he can win here tonight, he'll prove that not only was the matches that he had with Manuel show-stealing efforts, but he'll also prove why he deserves to hold on to that television championship.
The lone wolf of EAW, here tonight to defend his television championship. Should he beat Manuel, who will be next in line to challenge for that television championship of his?
Introducing the challenger from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 288 pounds, Manuel. And the champion from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 235 pounds. He is the EAW Television Champion, Marcus Mayhem.
as the steel structure gets lowered. This is Manuel's final opportunity for his television championship. If he can beat Marcus, he can reclaim his championship belt. But if he loses, that is the end of the line for him here. And Marcus will retain the television championship and move on to his next competitor.
Marcus already off to a strong start. Whooping down Manuel, making him look like he's just below him.
I don't think it's making him look like he's below him, as it's more or less Marcus is already aware of the offensive maneuvering and strategies of Manuel. After the previous encounters in the First Blood match and the Ironman match.
And even still, after everything, Manuel can't seem to just get the upper hand on Marcus. It looked like he had that opportunity in the Ironman match, but Marcus just somehow managed to pull ahead and take it from Manuel. And I'm pretty sure that is pissing Manuel off, that he just cannot beat Marcus Mayhem.
That devastating forearm off the ropes knocks Manuel down, but yes, that might actually be in the back of Manuel's mind, knowing full well that he just cannot overcome the lone wolf of EAW. It could be eating away at him. It could be the fighting spirit that burns inside of him, looking to overcome Marcus, or it could just be the spirit that's going to end up breaking him.
Look at that. Look at that show of disrespect by Marcus to climb out, knowing full well he's done little to no damage on Manuel. He tried to be cocky on that and come down, but Manuel was prepared. And now Manuel's on the offensive, taking down Marcus.
Manuel looking for the pinfall here. Remember, there are pins in this match, despite there being no ref. You can escape the cage, or you can win by pinfall or submission. This could be Manuel's opportunity, as the ref has any opportunity to either count the pinfall from the outside, check for a submission on the outside, which is going to be harder to do, mind you, or you can escape the cage.
Manuel calling for the door, but Marcus gets up in time, so I don't even think the door isn't open on time. A super kick takes down Manuel. The ref going for a pinfall here, but Manuel kicks out at 2.
I think that was a little too early on Marcus's part, but now he wants to climb up to see if he can escape in time. Although Manuel's already up in his seat and interrupts that, dropping Marcus. Oh, I think Marcus felt a little awkward on his head, and now Hurricanrana takes down Marcus.
You're right, that little fall did look a little nasty on Marcus, but I don't think it's affecting him at all. I think he's already getting ready to call up for the last call. He's winding up, he's winding it up. Connects with that last call super kick. He goes for the pin attempt here. 1, 2, but Manuel at the last second kicks out.
Marcus looks to try to escape the cage, but Manuel, using that spirit of his, gets up even after taking the last call super kick. What is he doing here? What is he doing here? Oh my God! A power bomb right off the cage. It's not as devastating as it may seem, but the impact from that is just brutal. And another power bomb again.
The damage that could be done from that power bomb is devastatingly sickening. But Manuel's looking to try to escape as quickly as he can, although Marcus just gets up as if that was nothing to him. That is the true spirit of a champion, and looks to be returning the favor with that power bomb.
Marcus worked on the leg a little bit. Now he's gonna try to climb back up. No, wait. A diving coup de grace right into Manuel's ribs. Tried to do a mountain punch, but Manuel was well aware of it, knowing that that's what cost him 2 of his matches against Marcus.
Marcus well prepared for Manuel's offset. Irish whip. And drops Manuel face first.
Marcus climbs up. I think he's gonna try to escape the cage this time. Manuel doesn't seem to be moving though, so this could very well be the end. This could give Marcus the opportunity to climb up. He's at the top. Manuel slowly standing up.
If Manuel doesn't hurry, he's gonna lose here to Marcus again. He's trying to interrupt him. He's trying to interrupt Marcus here. He already stopped the escape attempt. I don't know what he's missing here.
Looks like he manages to stop Marcus. Hold him back into the cage. Now this is his opportunity. If he can do it. Did I just see blood coming off of that devastating hit?
Oh, wait, hold on. What is he doing? Why isn't he trying to escape the cage? Instead, he climbed up. Marcus followed him suit. Marcus looking to interrupt him, slams his face in the same way that Manuel did. This could be Marcus's opportunity. Manuel slams Marcus's face in. He throws Marcus off the cage. This could be the opportunity, but Marcus gets back up miraculously. Can he stop it?
I think he's about to stop him. He pulled Manuel back in. Oh my goodness, that mistake could cost Manuel this match. The moment he had Marcus stunned on the cage and on the ropes, he should have just dropped Marcus to the floor. He goes again. Marcus and Manuel just fighting back and forth here. Manuel falls.
Although Manuel gets back up as well. Missed with that interruption. No, there he goes. There he goes.
This is getting interesting, folks. My broadcast partner can barely hold her excitement as we're going back and forth on this. They're just fighting each other tooth and nail. First one to fall and an immediate attempt up. The other one gets right back up. It's as if in their spirit it's telling them, do not falter here. Marcus once again climbs to the top. Manuel follows suit, but looks like Marcus is trying to escape.
This could be the end. This could be the end here. No, but Manuel once again. Folks, I don't know what's going to happen here most of the time as they just slam each other. But Manuel falls. Oh no, this could be the end here.
Manuel wasn't quick enough to get up. This could be Marcus's attempt. And it looks like Marcus is over. Oh, I think the realization just hit Manuel.
And Marcus escapes the cage.
And like that, Marcus Bayham retains his television championship in this brutal and terrifying structure. As we take a look back at the replay of all the most interesting moments of the match so far, Marcus was setting up for the last call super kick here. It looked to try to be the end and deciding factor for him, but Manuel didn't let it be the end for him there, as he managed to get up after a 2 count to just continue the match.
He also had an opportunity with those devastating power bombs that he attempted on Marcus, especially after he pulled him down from the cage. But once again, Marcus showed his indomitable spirit as the television champion by just getting up and pulling Manuel down. He even gave Manuel a taste of his old medicine there.
Marcus took a risk there earlier in the match too with the coup de grace. Those double foot stomps onto the chest of Manuel. He should have just climbed to the top as Manuel was prepared even for the amount of punches that was coming.
But Manuel also made a crucial mistake. The moment Marcus was stunned on the cage, he should have just attempted to drop Marcus down and start immediately climbing up. Maybe Marcus would have gotten up in time, or maybe Marcus would have stayed down enough for Manuel just to make it over the top.
One thing's for sure is that the action was very exciting near at the end there, right as they just kept pounding on each other into the cage. Even with Marcus gushing all over the cage itself, he just would not give up. He just would not let it end with Manuel winning. He just would not give up his own television championship that he earned.
And at the end of the day, he ended up overcoming Manuel and retaining his television championship.
Wait, that news back inside. What is Manuel looking to do here?
You see, he extends his hand out. He recognized Manuel's fighting spirit to the very end and his unwillingness to give up. Congratulations to Marcus Mayhem.
Here is your winner, and still the EAW Television Champion, Marcus Mayhem. From Santo Domingo, Cuba, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the Tornado, Eric.
Folks, we have no idea who that competitor is that came into the ring before Eric. Hell, we don't even know if they're associated with Giggles the Clown or not. But all we know is that Eric is going to be in a world of trouble here tonight.
World of trouble. Ha! If anything, Eric's just gonna get destroyed by whoever this competitor is. I hope our paramedics are standing by and they better get the body bag ready, because Eric's about to be decimated by whoever this competitor is.
I guess we are underway with this impromptu match. Only placed recently. I guess at the request of Giggles the Clown for her new, what do you like to call it? Associate, Spectre, unsure, against an opponent. And as far as we could tell, Eric was the only one here tonight that was willing to participate in the match. So I guess here we are with Giggles' associate against Eric. Eric is coming off to a great start, but I think the big question here is just who is this new competitor here?
Well, whoever he is, he's getting destroyed by Eric. But I think I might have spoken too soon, as he just gets taken down by this competitor.
That big dude might have rocked Eric, allows Eric to just take him down with a slap.
It was probably an open-handed strike, which the ref should have probably called a disqualification on. As that may be the case, it looks like he's putting this competitor on. His head drops him. Ow, that is very devastating, but that competitor just rolls out. I think he's going to want revenge for that, as he drops Eric onto his knee.
That was a very devastating move indeed, and that is shades of actually somebody that we know here in EAW.
Snake Eyes into the rope. I think this is just going to be the end here for a pin. Nope. The competitor kicks out at, looks like, the count of 1. Now he goes and works on the arm of the competitor, which is a smart strategy if you really think about it, Alexis. Because whoever this competitor is has a very strong power game.
Strong indeed, but he gets taken down by Eric. And it looks like the competitor connects with a rolling thunder. That is very similar to another superstar here. And actually that springboard reverse TDG. And again with another rolling thunder. I'm starting to have questions here as to who this competitor is. Those are all moves used very similarly, but Yusaki.
Well, didn't you say that some superstars use other superstars' moves? Because it is very common for them to maybe about in the same school or trained in the same area.
I don't know, but there's a lot of suspicious things going on here. Folks, you're gonna have to bear with this. It looks strange, to be honest with you, but I don't know. Whoever this competitor Giggles has brought looks to be a dominant strength. He's pushing Eric to his limits, although he's letting Eric do a lot of work. It doesn't seem like he's being fazed by a lot of it, but I don't know.
Well, he's thrown back inside by this competitor, and Eric again using his quickness to avoid him. Looks like he's going for a, I don't know, that looks like a lifting powerbomb into a bridging suplex. Only gets a 2 off of that. I don't know what Eric is going to have to do to take on this competitor.
Eric dived for a crossbody halfway across the ring, and he connected, but it looks like it did nothing to this competitor, as now this competitor is just flurrying away with those strikes. But Eric again quick enough, and now this competitor just decides, nope, I'm tired of all his games. Drops Eric once again with another very familiar move.
Oh, that moonsault is very familiar. But it's like you said, maybe he trained with the same superstar. So it's unclear and unknown, but looks like he knows what he's doing to take down Eric.
Only gets a 2 count from that tower bomb off the corner. Eric really toughing it out here to met against his competitor, but it looks like he's finally gonna get worn down. Another boot knots him. This is terrifying indeed.
What is he looking to set up? Is that a bridging DDT? Oh, it looks like a cradle DDT instead. Goes for another pin attempt. I don't know if that's wise though, as Eric's foot is at the bottom of the turnbuckle, but he still manages to kick out at 2.
It's actually very impressive that he was aware at all to try to kick out, instead of being aware enough. Oh, a splashing senton to the outside just takes out Eric.
But it looks like it didn't do anything at all, as Eric just gets back up and takes down this competitor. And now again to the outside, another kick, another punch again to this competitor, and now he gets back inside.
Eric goes back inside, but this competitor just cuts him off. I don't know what he attempted to do here, but Eric, I guess, was well aware and reversal it into a DDT. Now attacking the head.
I think Eric was just well prepared for anything. And now he's going to work on this competitor, whoever this is. Giggles might have wasted her time here, as he doesn't look to be dominating anything. Oh, I spoke too soon, as that clothesline looks to have taken his head off.
What is this mysterious competitor looking to do? Puts Eric up on his shoulders. Is that looks like a TKO. Oh, I have serious questions here.
He gets to 3. And I have some serious questions about that too.
I think one of my questions has been answered here.
I think mine is answered as well, Alexis.
Folks, it's a little hard to explain to all of you, but just know that as we get more information, we're gonna find out what's going on. I honestly don't know, but I have a feeling that soon, all the puzzle pieces will fall perfectly into place.
The following is a tornado tag team match and is for the Roses of Wrestling Championships.
Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, as we're gonna have our first women's championship match here tonight. And here comes the 2 most beautiful and dangerous women in Pretty Little Pain.
They may be beautiful and dangerous, but they are not gonna lose to Reina. She is the top rose of EAW for a reason, and here tonight, she will prove it against these ladies. All her partner Yue has to do is not hold her back, pull her own weight, and they will once again walk out, the reigning and defending Roses of Wrestling.
And here comes one half of the Roses of Wrestling. Yui and her partner, Reina, have been the most dominant women's tag team here in EAW. And will they retain the Roses of Wrestling Championship, or will they fall to Pretty Little Pain?
I'm sure they won't. And I'm sure Reina will once again show why she's the top rose. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Reina is the only person in this group who does all the work. Yui holds her back, but as long as they're the tag team champions, she's just gonna stick by it, do all the work, and pick up all the scraps that Yui leaves behind. Look at that sight once again as we are blessed by the presence of Reina.
I don't know about elegance, but you're indeed right. She is the top rose here in EAW. And she's going to prove that here tonight as well, for everyone watching at home as well.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 228 pounds. They are Pretty Little Pain. And introducing the champions, weighing in at 222 pounds. They are the Roses of Wrestling, Reina and Yui.
The bell is rung and our tag team match is underway as the top rose of EAW and her tag team partner Yui defend the Roses of Wrestling Championship against their brand new competition in Pretty Little Pain, Violet Rose and Tomoko.
Violet Rose and Tomoko earned the right to challenge Reina and Yui for the Roses of Wrestling Championship after their brutal match at Battle Zone against fellow other competitors in Sarah, who we still wonder who was she going to be teaming with had she won the match, and Chrissy Ramel.
Yes, you mean that failure of Ramel and her tag partner Laura Reyes, or Le Majestic Havoc, as they like to call themselves. But we all know it's still going to be the same outcome either way, as Reina's going to defend her championship belt.
Well, we don't really know for sure. Remember, anything can happen in this world of wrestling. Looks like already we're trying to get submissions going in. Violet Rose was already trying a headlock attempt on Reina on the outside, but Yui manages to interrupt it.
Finally, she was being useful for something, although I don't know why she left her tag partner as Violet Rose is attacking her. I don't know what she was thinking there. This is why I don't trust anybody teaming with the top rose of this company. Reina might need some help from time to time. She just can't be doing all the work for Yui. She's being held down by that slacker of a tag team partner.
You call her slacker, but she's doing all the damage right now to Tomoko. But get Violet Rose's attention, and I think the distraction might have caused Yuri as she gets taken down by that bicycle super kick.
Yet, like a coward, she rolls to the outside, and it looks like to be what can cost them the match.
You say that, but she took down Tamako once again with her combination. And now she climbs out to the top.
Oh God, she better not be trying to do something stupid here that could cost them the match.
It wasn't something stupid as she connected with a rolling drop kick. And once again, that backlip of hers, she goes for the pin here. 1, 2.
But she only gets a 2 count. That was not enough for her to retain the championship belts. Reina can't be doing all this work for her. She's got to do more effort, more damage. And now here she goes. Here she goes, about to get dropped by Tomoko for her carelessness.
You know, you really should stop bashing on her tag team partner there. Yuri is trying her best out here. Reina's also getting destroyed on the outside. It may look like she's taking control, but she just gets stopped by Violet Rose.
I think she's just giving Violet Rose an opportunity to feel like she can control this match. Because we all know at the end of the day, Reina has overcome even the strongest competitors that have come into her face. Oh my God, are you kidding me with that marching elbow nonsense?
Yep, she connects with that marching elbow nonsense, as you like to call it, which looks to have done some damage to Tamako as she rolls into the middle of the ring.
Anyways, as I was saying, Reina has overcome the toughest competition she has ever faced, so someone like Violet Rose is not going to be enough. Look at how weak Yuri is. She gets taken down by Violet Rose. She had to use the rope. She couldn't even kick out. Is that was Reina? Reina would have kicked out at 1.
You love to say Reina would have done everything, but no, Reina just isn't a one-man unstoppable army. She is a competitor like everyone else, just like Yui. She's had her ups and downs. She's been taken to the well one too many times, just like everyone else. She can lose. She's just been lucky that her tag partner has had her side through thick and thin.
Oh, please. She's done all the work. She's done all the work while Yui just takes the credit. We all know Reina's a star here. Reina has beaten even the toughest competitor she's faced here in AEW. Back when we had Kana.
Well, I admit Kana was pretty impressive and a powerful woman. Some might even say the woman that was sought. And many people have speculated on she could have been the rightful Rose of Wrestling. He lost to Reina, but she took Reina to the well.
You mean the same ball that Reina's taking by the Rose right now, while her tag partner's just over there, back-slipping and showing off on the crowd area?
Yes, that same partner now gets DDT'd and Reina gets flatlined by Violet Rose.
See, this is what I mean. Violet Rose could be getting destroyed by Reina if her tag partner would be doing anything correctly, but she has to worry. Is her tag partner okay? Is her tag partner gonna survive? Does she need to go in to help her instead of focusing all her attention on keeping Violet Rose grounded?
Reina kicks out at 2. Yui manages to run back into the ring. And she connects with that emerald explosion onto Tamako. Goes for the pin attempt here. Manages to get her kick out at 2.
Reina wisely and sprawls out of the ring. She's trying to catch her breath, and I know this is a good strategy because she is a dominant champion. She is a top star of this company.
Violet Rose working on Yui. Reina gets back inside though. Violet Rose looked like she was going to try to do something here, but Tamako miscommunicated with her. She goes back to work on Yui as Violet Rose takes Reina down again.
Oh my God, Yui, do something. Don't just be a liability for your tag partner. This is what I'm saying. Reina should just drop her. She's just a liability. She's just holding Reina back. Reina just needs to break away from Yui. She needs a partner that can have her back through thick and thin.
She has her partner through thick and thin. Yui tried to mount a comeback there, kicking Tamako to the outside. Violet Rose taunts her, but now that gives her a moment to breathe. as Violet Rose decides to work on Yui.
But that's not gonna do anything, as after she's done with Yuri, she's gonna go to Reina. Although Reina actually managed to lure her into a false sense of security with that belly-to-belly suplex.
Although she gets stopped by that regular suplex by Tamako, but she once again rolls out of the ring, now wise from your top Rose.
Don't you dare make it seem like she doesn't know what she's doing. She's trying to catch her breath. Yui needs to show that she can survive. She needs to show that she belongs in this team with the top Rose. If not, she's just being held back, and Reina will have every right and every opportunity to dump her and find a better tag partner.
Looks like Violet Rose is trying to set up something there while Yui's taking the offensive to Tamako. Reina reverses it. Although Yui went to the outside, and I think Tamako was rolled outside as well. She tried to intercept, but Yui manages to stop her as well.
See, the ref tipped too long as well. That should have been a 3 count. And Reina should have retained the championship belt there. Let's go, Reina. Show her how powerful you are. Just throwing her over your head.
Again another throw, but it looks like nobody saw the Emerald Fusion, and Yui gets the 3.
Here are your winners, and still, the Roses of Wrestling, Reina and Yui.
With that Emerald Fusion, Yui and Reina retain the Roses of Wrestling Championship.
I'll give it to Yuri for that Emerald Fusion. But as we all know, the top Rose herself is the one that did all the work. Congratulations to the top Rose. And I guess her tag team partner as well, for retaining their Roses of Wrestling Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the EAW Grand Prix Dragon Championship.
Well, after that attack by Dark Blood to his contender, Hurricane Fuji, it is unclear whether or not Morgan actually have this Grand Prix Dragon Championship match.
I see this as a good thing, as there's no way that fool, Hurricane Fuji, would have actually done anything menial in this match. Hell, I'm pretty sure he would have lost within 15 seconds to Dark Blood. The fans deserve to see a good match, and that fool was not going to be the one to give it to them.
Now, I know you may be wondering why I'm out here, but I had a feeling you might do something unsavourable. So, Dark Blood, your match is still going to happen, as I have a perfect opponent for you. I'd like to introduce you to our newest acquisition.
Wait, I don't think this is fair at all for Dark Blood. We don't even know who this DGC is, and yet he has to defend his championship against him?
You may think it's not fair, but it wasn't fair to Fuji that Blood decided to take him out backstage before the match. If anything, kudos to our general manager for being well prepared for whatever antics Dark Blood might have had.
Introducing the challenger from Riverside, California, weighing in at 269 pounds, DGC. And introducing the champion, weighing in at 276 pounds. He is the EAW Grand Prix Dragon Champion, Dark Blood.
Alright, tell me how this is fair, Alexis. Tell me how Dark Blood defending his championship belt against a superstar we know nothing about is fair to him as a champion. His Grand Prix Dragon Championship should not be on the line against somebody he's not even aware of, somebody that we don't even know if he's a part of this company or not.
Well, to break your little fantasy world here, as I've received word from our general manager Samantha earlier in the night, DGC was actually signed to EAW by her for this very occasion that he is a dominant superstar in the indie scene. She liked what she saw in DGC, so she signed him to EAW. Now, granted, as his debut match, for him to be getting in this title match, yes, that's a little iffy, but I think she knew full well that Dark Blood was going to try to do anything he could to retain his championship, even if it meant attacking his competitor and getting a win just via disqualification.
Yeah, but that's still not fair to Dark Blood at all. How was he supposed to prefer it for someone he didn't even know he was going to compete against?
You like to say that, but here he is taking DGC and punishing him with those flurry of strikes, punches, and just knocking him into the barricade.
Although DGC manages to escape that, but he went back inside before the 10 count, which is a smart idea, but I still don't think he should be in this title shot.
Dark Blood takes him to the outside again. I remember what Dark Blood's doing near climbing the top rope. We rarely see this man fly, but he connects with that diving crossbody.
That diving body splash, you mean? And he throws DGC back inside. He is punishing DGC. This is why this man is the Grand Prix Dragon Champion. This is why a fool like Hurricane Fuji should have never won that contendership battle royal. He just would have lost. This would have been a squash match if it was Fuji.
And now Dark Blood gets dropped by that flurry of kicks by DGC. This is why he is a dominant force. This man can take you and dish out all the damage you give him, plus more. Plus that little show-off tendency that he has makes him a very intimidating threat here.
It's a fool's errand to be intimidating by taunting Superstar, as it just gives your opponent more of an opportunity to get up, as Dark Blood is punishing him for doing that. Dark Blood lifts him up with a double-handed chokeslam. Ref, did you see that, ref? He just poked his eyes. I guess that was going to mean nothing to the ref, but Dark Blood was well prepared for it.
And DGC was well prepared for it too, as he takes down Dark Blood. I think he's connecting him with a submission hold, or is that just a pull on the head? Dark Blood escapes it, but DGC was already back up on his head, and he's gonna go ahead and knee straight to the face of Dark Blood.
Did you see that sit-up by Dark Blood, though? He was well prepared for it. He's gonna drop DGC with that power slam. going for the pin attempt. That is the true mind of a champion after a move.
After a move that did little to no damage as DGC ticked out, now DGC getting worked on again. I believe that this could be something that DGC was not prepared for either. Dark Blood is somebody that we are really unsure of how much damage he can take. Much like his partner in crime sometimes, Omega. It is very unclear if Dark Blood can feel any sort of pain or if there's a limit to his pain.
Omega's a true freak himself. See, but he's a true freak of nature with an instinct and veteran mind. He was well prepared for DGC's little antics, and he just like that clotheslines him to the outside. But Wisey gets back in the ring, not willing to let DGC try to mount a comeback.
But he decides to taunt, and that's the exact same thing that you said. Somebody should not be taunting their opponent as it could cost them. And DGC should not be letting that get into his head and make him lose focus of the match at hand. Went for that clothesline and missed, and Dark Blood went for that clothesline, but DGC drops Dark Blood with a devastating headbutt.
I don't even know if that's a legal move. A headbutt from a competitor to another one? And now if you just continue in the amount of punches, ref, you need to put a stop to this. He could be trying to bust his opponent wide open.
Since when do you care about this? There's no limit to blood. Remember, we're not a shoddy little TB for children program, but we can't allow blood where we have to find competitors for bleeding. We're a full-on wrestling program. If competitors bleed, then that's a natural process. Did DGC just connect with that beautiful diving senton?
And he connects, but he takes the pin? What?
Here is and the new Grand Prix Dragon Champion, DGC.
I think congratulations are in order to DGC for winning the Grand Prix Dragon Championship.
The following is a last woman standing match and is for the Rose of Wrestling Championship.
And here comes Violet Rose. She has another shot here tonight to possibly take a belt away from Reina.
I honestly don't think she's going to take one at all. Reina is going to just come out on top once again, and as I love to say every time, Reina is the top rose of EAW.
Well, they lost the tag match earlier tonight against Reina and Yue, but this is her opportunity. If she can somehow overcome Reina's might, and I'm pretty sure she learned something during their tag match earlier, that might just be the key to help Violet Rose overcome Reina and capture her first Rose of Wrestling Championship.
Reina is not only going to walk in as the Rose of Wrestling, but after this is over, she's going to walk out still the Rose of Wrestling and still the top rose of EAW. And I'm excited to see that unfold.
Introducing the challenger from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 120 pounds, Violet Punisher Rose. And the champion from Japan, weighing in at 125 pounds, the Rose of Wrestling, Kawaii Sotsu Reina.
Here we go with the second to last match of the night and the main championship for the women's here as Reina defends her Roses of Wrestling Championship. The top rose of this company is going to put the belt on the line against a competitor she's already beaten once in Violet Rose.
It's not a competitor that she's beaten once already. It's a competitor that her and her partner have beaten already. But this is Violet Rose's opportunity to take what she learned from the tag team match and apply it here to see if she can overcome the mountain that is Reina.
I don't think she's going to overcome the top rose of EAW. I think we're just going to see another victory for Reina in another month of Reina as the top rose of this company. Actually, I don't think it's going to be a month. I think Reina's going to hold on to this belt until this company closes its stores.
Well, wouldn't that be great for you, huh? The top rose. Just like if you could wish for it, the top rose Reina and the VIP would be the superstars that could lead this company into the future according to you, huh?
You know what? Make fun of me all you want, but you know it to be true. Reina and Shawn Edwards are the stars of this company. They are the ones that make this company what they are, and they are the ones that deserve to be holding on to these belts for as long as they are wrestling.
Anyways, for the folks at home, don't mind my cuckoo broadcast partner here. Let's actually focus on the match at hand and call the action in the ring.
See, you wanna call me cuckoo, but Reina just drops Violet Rose with that exploder. She throws her back inside with the wherewithal to throw her back to give her a chance to grab a kendo stick to do more damage. The same kendo sticks that were in play during their tag team match.
And the same kendo stick that just cost an opportunity for Violet Rose to take ahead. Although she gets dropped down by Reina from that headbutt.
Violet Rose has her legwork gone in the corner. Reina showing why she's the true top star of this company. She's gonna go ahead and continue the damage, even pinch nerving her. See, this is what I'm talking about with Reina just being no nonsense, no holds barred, doing anything to retain her championship. This is why she's the top rose of EAW. This is why she should lead the women division into the future.
And this is why Violet Rose should be the one to overcome the mountain if she can overcome the mountain, as she's taking whatever Reina dishes at her and throws her right back into her face, dropping Reina. And dropping Reina again with a spinning kick.
I don't think that's going to be enough, but that knee to the face should be something that the ref should be aware of. What if she breaks Reina's face there? And remember, not all the superstars are 100% for this match.
After that tag team match, yes, although the ref, I believe it at the count of 5. She should be very careful now. Reina isn't like she's moving at all.
The ref should stop this. Reina isn't moving. The ref is at 9, but Reina has not been moving. Wait, what?
Here is your winner and new Rose of Wrestling, Violet, the Punisher, Rose.
Well, folks, it looks like my broadcast partner is too stunned to speak. So I, on behalf of her, want to congratulate our new Rose of Wrestling, Violet Rose, on winning this match. I know she's going to do great things moving forward, and I hope to see the next competitor that she's going to defend that championship belt against.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the EAW Championship. Introducing the challenger from Hollywood, weighing in at 223 pounds, Shawn VIP Edwards. And the champion from Riverside, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the EAW champion, America's sweetheart, Albert.
Ring the bell, ref. I want to see Shawn Edwards. I want to see the VIP of this company win his championship back from the sham of a champion, Albert.
He ain't a sham, but Edwards immediately taking control of the match, dropping Albert onto the back of his head twice already, and now goes to work on the arm of Albert.
That is why I say he should be the top champion of EAW. He is the VIP. He immediately decided to start off a match by capitalizing on the exhaustiveness, on the tiredness, and on the mind games he has played. And did you see that boot to the face of Albert by the VIP?
Yes, I saw that boot, but it did a phase Albert as he body slams Shawn Edwards. Now it looks like he's gonna drop out. Yep, there it is, the twist of the neck to Shawn Edwards by Albert.
That was not what should have been done. That could be attacking the face. That's something that Shawn Edwards can sue for. Remember, he's a VIP star. He's a Hollywood actor. If anything damages his face, he could sue for that, as that is what brings him the money.
And that is why he's not going to be a champion, as long as he's solely focused on the money look, on the money face, on being a Hollywood actor. He is a wrestler first and foremost. And if he cannot overcome that...
Did you see that diving corkscrew? You're trying to tell me that that's not a man who can be a Hollywood actor and a wrestler. He just entertained the fans. They came here to watch a match like this, and he's giving them their money's worth. And he didn't even have to give it to them. They should just be grateful that they are in his presence.
Anyways, folks, let's get back to the match actually going on. My broadcast partner is just over-enthusiastic.
Yes, go ahead and taunt him. Just like you are the true star. Show the crowd.
Albert looks to be going for a pin after that double underhook, but Shawn Edwards kicks out at 2.
Albert is a fool for thinking that he could have done anything. Shawn is just gonna let him do all his damage. He's gonna absorb it all, and once the time is right, he's gonna connect with the spotlight of the stars, or the starlight.
A kick out at 2 by Shawn Edwards. Broadcast team, anybody in the back truck, can we just cut off my partner's mic, please? She's already getting annoyed with all this gushing over Shawn Edwards. It's hard to focus on the match here.
Now don't you cut me off. You know that this is true. You know that Shawn Edwards is going to win the match. Wait, what?
Here is your winner, and still the EAW champion, Albert.
Congratulations to America's Sweetheart for retaining his EAW Championship. Folks, this was a wild night indeed of a pay-per-view. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you all on Monday for the next episode of Monday Night Mayhem. Good night, everyone.